What up, what up, what up? Unbreakable Kicks Army, man, look. This day right here, what is today's show? I don't even know what day it is, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, your boy just woke up from a nap. But I remember that I had to do this content for y'all. But just overall, today has been kind of a weird day as far as sneakers, man, because we have the Nike Dunk SB, the Phillies that dropped earlier, and the New York Mets, the Dunk Highs. Now, look. I slept through that whole entire release, Army. If you did get a dub on those, Army, let your boy know in the comment section below. Then, after that, the Air Jordan 1 Patent Breads, out of nowhere, they did exclusive access on Sneakers app. Now, I did let y'all know that they were doing exclusive access on Twitter. I didn't even check because guess what? I never get exclusive access. So, bam, that's two things. Then the Nike Dunk Low Jackie Robinsons. Then those had the sneaker pass, and my sneaker pass was acting wacky. Like, I honestly thought I didn't even get in for it, but then I closed my app, went back in, then it said my request was received, and then like 2 hours later, I finally get a notification saying that I didn't get the shoe. So honestly, a lot of heat dropped today, man, but I just feel like stuff has been all over the place. Then I want to say a couple things, restock on snipes, like some Nike Dunks, and then some retro drops. So if you was on like Twitter today, you probably caught a lot of dubs, or you probably caught a lot of the drops that did happen today. Now, Army, I do have my Whatnot live stream tomorrow, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I was talking to my boy, Got 'em Carts, because of course y'all know I'm going to get some more size like 14s and 15s from him. And then he got a couple other things as far as like Hyper Royals and maybe a couple Mochas I may pick up. And it just honestly got me thinking just as far as my future. And it's not like my future with like sneakers and like YouTube. Like as long as Jordan, Adidas, Nike, you know, Puma, all these sneaker brands, as long as they continuing to put out shoes, I'm going to continue to get my butt in front of this camera and talk to y'all and have this dialogue like we always do. That's not going nowhere. My collection, I'm slowly starting to figure out what direction I want to go there. I feel like I have already taken out a couple pieces, Army, but I haven't put them up on Whatnot or anything because I still got to go and grab the boxes. And I just feel like I want that to be my last, not necessarily my last ditch effort, but like I want my collection as of now to be the last thing that I slowly start to move out, because I'm just like, why am I moving out stuff out of my personal collection when I'm still sitting on gold? You know, I'm just like, let me go ahead and move some of these pieces before I like really start to dissect the collection. And then I just started thinking about myself, 2022 break. I feel like mentally, my mind hasn't necessarily been on shoes as it has within like the last 4 years. Again, Army, I told y'all I've invested a tremendous amount of money in like trading cards and like other investments that I'm just trying to think about. Like I'm really starting to look at the future, and I'm still sitting on, again, Hyper Royals, some Mochas, I got some collabs. I got a lot of just like stuff. Y'all be like, Bray, you've been holding out this whole time. And I told myself that I'm going to slowly start to bring some of that stuff into the Whatnot live streams, because I've already been sitting on it for a year, like Mochas and University Blues. Some of my doubles and my OGs may be like the stuff that I really keep. But like UNC Dunk, Michigan Dunk, Spartan Dunks, like all those, I think it's time for me to start moving those, because I'm looking at money differently now, Army. My mentality as far as sneakers was a safety net. Showed that in an instant, you know, sneakers can be so relevant as far as my life and everybody else's life, to the point where just like, man, a lot of people are like slowly starting to get rid of their inventory. And the only reason why I'm just like, it's really no point in holding on to shoes. And for me, Army, and I'm just speaking for me, I'm just speaking from the heart. This is literally just like if you were sitting in front of me talking, and I'm just letting you know why I'm doing this. I feel like I'm going to stop holding on to shoes as long as I have, because we got to remember, a lot of these sneakers have a cap, and then there's going to be a lot of people like, why do you hold shoes, and shoes are meant to be worn? Like, I get everybody's perspective on shoes, right? You know, why you hold on to them, you can wear them, but still again, these are investments. And for me, a lot of the stuff that I've been holding on to, I got all of this stuff for retail. Like, these are retail holds. So to see a shoe that I bought for $180 and now, you know, is going for $400 or $500, like, that's a substantial growth. That's a substantial amount of growth. And now, how I'm looking at it, that growth has reached its capacity. So now I want to go ahead and take all that money that I've had sitting in shoes and put it into some investments that I know is going to move a lot quicker. And what I mean by this, Army, is, yes, I've been sitting on mochas since they dropped in 2020. October is going to make 2 years. Mochas have made, give or take, let's say on a good day, one pair of mochas can make me $350 right now. But it took 2 years for that money to make $350. Whereas I could move all of that, put that into maybe some merch or put that into something else, and that money could move a lot faster for me, Army. I just feel like at this point right now, holding on to shoes, or the shoes that I've had held on to for X amount of years, it's reached this capacity. And now it doesn't make any sense for me to hold on to mochas or University Blues or these other shoes for another 2 years just for it to potentially go up another $200 to $300. So it's like, why would I sit on this shoe for another 2 to 3 years for another $200 to $300 when I can sell it or move it or trade it, and I can take that money and put it into something and it's gonna move a lot quicker for me. And I hope y'all get my perspective why I'm just like, for me. Now, if you don't have any other investments, or if you don't have any other things that you could put your money into to make your money make money for you, because that's what it was for me. Like, that's all I knew. You know, coming into 2022, and hey, you know, some people may look at me like, dang, bro, that's it. But coming into 2022, my main source of investments were sneakers. I knew that, you know, if I bought this shoe for retail, you know, a couple years down the line, it's going to be $400 or $500. But in other spaces of investing, that's slow money. You get what I'm saying, Army? So I'm just in a whole different perspective in my life where I'm just like, I can take this shoe money that I've been sitting on that's probably made me, give or take, let's just say give or take, you know, let's just say $5,000, you know, profit. Let's just say that. But I can take that $5,000 and I can put that into something else, and that could make me 20 or 30K within a year, other than sitting on these shoes again for another 2 to 3 years, and it may give me like an additional $1,000 in profit. Again, to me, Army, that's just slow moving. And why I'm looking at it as slow moving is because this last 6-7 months have been slow moving for sneakers. Again, if sneakers is all you know and that's your main source of investing, I'm not telling you to stop doing what you're doing. I ain't telling nobody to stop doing nothing that they, you know, have already been doing. I'm just saying, from my perspective, I don't find it that beneficial to sit on shoes anymore, because I could take that money that's been sitting and put it somewhere else, and it's gonna move a lot quicker for me. So that's just where I'm at, Army. And another reason that really just made it stick to me was because when me and my boy Gotham Carson was talking, we was talking for a minute. We also talked about the Air Jordan 1. And we both kind of came to agreement, just like, to be honest, after the Air Jordan 1 Chicago Reimagined, that may be it for the Air Jordan 1s for years. For years, we have been asking for an Air Jordan 1 Chicago, whether it's a variant version of it, whether it's a Jordan 1 Chicago from a different multiverse, Chicago with a Jumpman, a Chicago with a frosty look to it, a Chicago, you know, with Nike Air on the tongue. Like, we've just been wanting a version of an Air Jordan 1 Chicago. And now that we are finally getting it sometime this year, I think that they're going to get pushed back to December. I ain't trying to jinx it, but it's just too much heat dropping in the month of October, and some of these sneakers need their own time to breathe. You feel me? I know we getting the Air Jordan 1 taxis as well, but that's coming before the Chicago Reimagined. So literally, after we get the Chicago Reimagined, again, a shoe that we've been asking for the last 7 years, after we get it, what's left? You know, y'all can continue to do like the 85 highs and the things like that, but I feel like we're in a space now with sneakers, if it's not a Travis Scott, and y'all seeing what's going on with the Travis Scotts. Travis Scott's dropped last week on Sneakers app. And once I got on Sneakers app, they were going what? About $1,400-$1,500. Now they're going about $1,100. So if you would have just waited a week, I told y'all, just wait like a week, they already down an extra $400. Now, will they get less than $1,000? I feel like some sizes will. Some sizes will. I just feel like most people are not holding on to sneakers, whether it's right now. But, I mean, if you got a lot of money to play with, Army, you still are holding on to shoes. And I don't want to make it seem like nobody is holding on to shoes no more and everybody's selling their collection. I've just been a part of the sneaker culture for long enough to see when I just feel like it's not coming to an end, but it's just different. We're just in different uncertainty times. And I feel like that uncertainty is really causing people to like sell their collection, not hold on to shoes as long as they used to be. Or maybe I've just been on business calls and been around people who are just in different ball games and different brackets just as far as they look at investing. Like, again, I never came into this looking at this as like a business aspect. I just came into this because I actually, love sneakers. So, again, we're just in a weird spot, but I just feel like after these Air Jordan 1 Chicago Reimagines, there's really not much more from the Air Jordan 1 that we are really requesting. There's no Air Jordan 1 we're fiending for like a pair of Air Jordan 12 Taxis, or Air Jordan 12 Cherries, or the Air Jordan 13 Playoffs, or the Air Jordan 10 Steels, or the Air Jordan 8 Playoffs with the red pull tab. Like, it's still a lot, and I feel like the attention is being pushed away from the Air Jordan 1 onto all these other silhouettes. Now, I will hope that Jordan Brand does not stop making the Air Jordan 1s, but they kind of put it on like an Air Jordan 11 schedule where it's 2 or 3 bangers in 1 year, and then they're done with it. Because again, they've given us pretty much all of the OG colorways. Only thing that they really can give us right now is the 85 highs in the OG colorways. Other than that, there's really not much left that Jordan Brand can give us with Air Jordan 1s other than new colorways. But the new colorways that we are starting to see for 2023 ain't that hot no way. Like some true blue Jordan 1s, some Laney Jordan 1s. Like, these are Jordan 1s that would have did well a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? When Jordan 1s was at its peak, when they was doing like the satin snakeskin and the tie-dyes. Like, that's when I feel like these random colorways should have came in to place. Because even look at it this year, Army, like, if this was 2018, 2019, Heritage Ones would be a $350, $400 shoe. The Air Jordan 1 Stealths that's coming out, those will be up there in price. The Pollens will still be up there now. I feel like the Air Jordan 1 Yellow Toe, aka the Taxis, did take away a lot of steam from the Air Jordan 1 Pollens, but I just feel like nobody is really caring that much about Air Jordan 1s. Like, if it's an Air Jordan 1, you buying this one that you missed a few years ago, like either you still trying to get shattered backboards or mochas or University Blues or Hyper Royals or Turbo Greens, like, those are going to be the Air Jordan 1s that still hold that oomph, because people are still seeking out to either get a legit pair or just to get a pair in general. These new colorways ain't popping like that, and it's not attention grabbing enough that it's going to put the Air Jordan 1 back on this pedestal. I feel like the direction that they're going in with switching, the rotations. For the longest, Air Jordan 11 was the hottest sneaker, and it was Air Jordan 1s. Now it's Air Jordan 4s. Air Jordan 4 has been on top for about the last 2 years. Probably going to go back to the Air Jordan 3s, and then everybody go crazy on the 5s again. So I like this rotation that they're doing, and it's not giving us 50 pairs of retro 1s in 1 year, because that has happened before, Army. So let me know how y'all feeling. Again, Army, I just woke up from a nap, and this was some of the stuff that I was thinking about and taking notes on before I went to sleep. And then I woke up and I just want to talk to y'all about it. Like, this probably should have been better as a live, where we could have literally, debated more about it. But it was just a lot that was on my mind, and it's just a lot that I'm trying to do. Because I tell y'all all the time about holding on to sneakers, or this should be a hold. And I'm still going to give y'all that advice or that information, because it's still people that's trying to do it. I'm not saying that I'm done holding on to shoes. I'm just not going to hold on to shoes like I've done in the past, like holding on to mochas for 2 years. In that 2 years, the mochas gave me about, because I got them for retail, they about $300 plus profit per pair. Okay, that's not bad, but I look at it mathematically, I could have just sold those shoes when they was going the price that they're going now. I was to sell them now, I'm basically making the same amount of money that I could have made 2 years ago. You get what I'm saying, Army? So I'm just thinking like, I could have did something else with that money and it could have gave me a bigger or better return. So that's how I'm looking at it, Army. Again, I still say, look, if you want to hold on to your shoes, hold on to them. I'm still going to be like, hey, Jackie Robinson's on hold. If I had me a Jackie Robinson right now, I will probably still hold that shoe for at least a year. I'm just giving myself a cap on how long I'm going to hold on to shoes, Army. And I know I did a lot of talking in this video, Army, so I hope I made my point clear. Let me know how y'all feeling about all of this stuff in the comment section below. Army, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Again, I do have my Whatnot live stream tomorrow, so make sure y'all are tapping in for it because it still will be a big live. And I plan on having some fun, man. We're going to vibe like we always do, Army. So hit that thumbs up, man, if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe, share the video. And other than that, you got your boy Unbreakable. You got the Unbreakable Vote. Unbreakable Army, stand strong like always. Most importantly, hug your loved ones. And, of course, remain humble. And we out.
I hit Unbreakable for the Yeezys. He the plug, call him when I need him. These old stuff, but he get a meeting.